in this of our data analysis by making use of pandas in Python programming language. We're able to, in our previous video, we're able to learn how to select a specific column that we want to work with. In this video, we're going to look at what is actually called rolling. This rolling of a guy is a function in this of our pandas. What actually does with the help of some parameter that they are available on this of the rolling, like that of window, a whole lot of that thing that we're going to see in this video. We can use it when it comes to movie window calculation. What I mean is this: let's say in a situation whereby if we are targeting this unit price, we can actually try to in our best to actually get the mean or how moving the mean of each of the price is. Maybe this is actually mainly used when it comes to that of trading, like that of stock trading or your market trading in general. So with this, we can actually tend to see how our data tend to a little bit, maybe you can get the average or the mass or the mean or the median with the help of this rolling. Don't worry, as we go on, you are going to understand it pretty more. Let's say in our situation, our target is this unit price. So I'm going to neglect this of the other one. So we're still going to make use of what we actually learned in our last video, how to actually select a particular specific column. So if you have not watched it, the link is also down in the description below. So if you are interested in watching it, so let me actually run this. Let's target this of our unit and price, because with the help of this unit price, this is what we are going to make to use for this of our rolling function. So we are going to apply this rolling function on it to actually see how it actually works. Around unit price, this is what we got, like what we expected, but I want to actually increase this to somewhere around 50. I want to get the first 15 data. I can say the first 15 rows. So with this, I can actually come here to apply my the rolling. So I can create a new column. I'll explain how to create a new column in my previous video. So I'm interested in creating a new column. I can call it what? Rolling underscore what? Unit what? Price. So we did this is actually too long, so I can just call it row unit price. You get the idea. So I can just do this, and that's why I made call this up, because I want to apply it in this unit price. So I'm going to remove one or two columns here. So here I'm going to apply that of the rolling function. I'm going to set a particular parameter and dot windows on it. I'm going to set it to somewhere around 3. So with this, I'm going to explain how it actually works. So I can say rolling the what rolling. I'm going to set what the we can set our window to where somewhere 3. We are going to try to reduce some of these we're going to change the parameters of this window, the value, like we're going to set it to 2, 3, and then to understand fully how it actually works. So let me actually run. When I run this, I'm going to expect two column, which of this unit price and this of what row unit price. So let me actually run this. So when I run this, you can see we got an error that if learn data not equal to learn data. The reason why this actually happens is because I've not selected what my interest is of. Like I can select dot mean. This signifies that I want to get the mean of this of like unit price for the from each of us, starting from the last 3 days down. So let me run this. I will explain this a little bit better. As you can see, if you run the same thing, you should definitely get this similar thing that we have here. We'll get something like none here. What is actually happening here? Like I said, this 3 here, this is actually going to get, since how it actually works, that it's going to come here. Since I set our window to 3, it's going to come here, pick this first guy. Since there's no actually 3 can say 3 other data before this of our 57.78, so it's going to set our unit price, our row unit price to none, and then it came to this second row, and since the first thing was here was actually 57, and the with its current self is actually making it only 2, can say 2 row that is available, that's what it set it to none. And then it came to this the third row here, which was 78.45, and then there were actually 3 rows before this 7. It's actually 2 rows before this 78.45, because this actually because we set this of our windows to be equal to 3, and then there are actually 3 can say 3 moving windows available, and then I was able to calculate the mean because we set the mean here. If I were to open my calculator for us to actually see this, let me open my calculator. This is my calculator. What is actually did there was actually to do for this of our what 57.78 what plus, you're going to plus it, and then 176.06, and it's going to plus, and then it's going to go for that of 319 point, because it's going to go for this of our not 176, it's going to go for this of our 78 what point 0, sorry, 78.45. And then when he actually did this, this was equal to 312, and then it's going to be divided by what 3, because we said the window, that's what we got this 104.0966, like you can see here and see here. So we actually did the same thing for each when it came to this fourth row. It's going to take this current fourth row that is on, it's going to take extra 2 rows on top of. So it took this guy and this other guy while neglecting this guy. So actually did 1, 2, 3, and then it did the mean to actually get this output. We can also set the marks here. This can be really useful in a situation whereby you want to get your moving average. And like I said initially, when you want to, this is actually mainly used when you come to stock market or other trading market. So in a situation where you are interested in getting the moving average, how the average of the moving of the particular price, you can make use of this ruling. It's not only mean, but mean is actually mainly used. You can come here and set mass. You know, when you set mass, you already know what it actually does. You can also set, let's set this windows to 2. When you set it to 2, you already know what is going to happen. This guy, there was no any other unit price like a particular, because what it actually does is going to pick itself plus any other one, because we set it to 2. So when we run this, we are going to get 9 initially here, but we are going to get a value here, because now there's a particular value, this initial value plus this initial value divided by get the average, and then it's going to set the average of these two guy here. But when it comes to this of the third row, is going to do for this guy and take this guy. This is actually because we set this to you can think of it in this way. Okay, let's actually run it and see. So let's run this. We can see that we got 116.920, because the average of these two guys was actually this. The reason why we got 9, like I've explained, is because there was not actually any value before this of this guy. But the way it actually works is that you take but if you set it to somewhere around 5, it's going to take the particular row, the value on that particular row, and it's going to take extra 4 that is on top. It's just going to do that of the rolling down of the average price. So you can actually set here to max. If we set it to max, let's see what we are going to get. If we set it to max, you can see it basically do the same thing. It's going to take this guy, and it's going to take the maximum value on it. You can see the maximum value was this 176. So when it comes to this third row, it's going to take this guy and the current row, because we set this to 2. This is why it's taking these 2, because we set the window to be 2. And then when it did this together, the maximum was this 176. That's where we got this 176 here. It's going to do the same thing for this guy in particular. It's going to do the same thing. If we were to set it to me, you already know it's going to take the smallest. If we set it to media, you already know how media actually works. You can see that in this way, you can actually get a moving average, you can get a moving maximum value, you can get a moving minimum value, a whole lot of other things we can actually do just by setting what you are interested in getting here, and then you set the window, the moving window, the way you actually want it. Situation whereby you're interested in getting the average, or can say the mean of the moving of a particular price of a stock market, can make use of it. You want to get the 3 per section or the 3 moving average, you have to set this to 3. You can set it to 2, you can set it to 1. That's just basically what I want us to look at in this video. I see other complex and that this can be done, but I want us to have a basic idea of it. So I think if you find something useful in this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.